Here we go, boys. Are y'all ready for this? The maiden voyage of the resurrected Goldwing. Old Swampwater. The return of the king. What's the guy's name in Lord of the Rings? Aramor? I don't know. Whatever the guy's name that becomes the king. I tried to stop for the traditional get gas before you meet up with people stop, but none of the pumps were working. Oh man, fucking technology, right? Give me a manual pump any old day. Well, one that takes credit cards, because I don't like going in to pay. Oh man, Sunday, monster truck galores. Oh, I'm excited. So I had all my parts, like I mentioned. I may or may not have mentioned in yesterday while I was working on the Goldwing. Oh, hey, there's my fuel light. Oh, there's a whole bunch of lights. Okay, nice. Not sure what that was. Oh, my fuel light came on, my cruise control light came on, and my cruise set light came on. I didn't have light problems before, but guess what? Looks like now we're gonna have those. I never knew if the bulb even worked for my low fuel light, and judging by that little display of whatever the hell just happened, it does. So, hey, these are the people that were with me at Circle K that said the other ones didn't work. I'm going to ask them. Oh, what's my speedometer doing? Tell you what, I'm not a big fan of all those lights coming on at the same time. Wonder what that means. Surely that can't be good. Oh, we'll keep watching it though. Well, what do you know? I am curious about all those lights coming on at the same time. Assuming I make it home without catastrophe striking the heart of the Goldwing, I'll check that out. All right, let's head on down. As per usual, we are meeting down at the Dirty Shame. Meeting time is supposed to be 10 o'clock. I'm on pace. I grabbed a couple of monsters. We smoked. We quit smoking, man. I did so well with not smoking for so long. And then I switched to only smoke when I drink, which is fine. Then I started drinking a lot. So, guess what that means? Oh, baby. Oh, did you miss your daddy? I sure missed you. I had most of my parts from Ship, riding the Ship, several weeks ago. Like within a week, pretty much, of wrecking the Goldwing. There were some little odds and ends here and there that I still needed, and I think the biggest one was waiting on the fairing stay, the metal piece that goes on the front of the frame that the fairing actually mounts to. And man, I found that local guy, that Goldwing on Wings of Gold guy, and I really, really want to utilize that resource being so close, and it's a local shop. But man, I called him one day about 11 o'clock. I said, I got 3 things I need. I know he has a 1500 that he's pulling parts off of. I said, I got a few things that I need. He said, give me about an hour. I'm at lunch. Let me know what you need. I said, hey, do you want me to email you? He said, yeah, that'd be better. So it's already in a list, or however the conversation went. And I sent him the email. I didn't even call him an hour or 2 hours later. I waited until the next day, like 25 hours later. I said, hey, just making sure you got my email. I didn't hear anything back. He's like, yeah, I got it. Just been busy. I get it. You're busy. I get it. Especially a day later. Okay, no worries. Yesterday was 9 days after he said, give me an hour. I went ahead and ordered that part off of eBay as well as a couple other parts. Shep hooked me up with a couple more parts. I was able to get everything going, but it's really hard to support a business. I mean, he's making money off of people, right? That's what businesses do. He's a shop, not just a shop for parts, but a mechanic shop. So obviously the big ticket items are going to take priority, and it kind of has to. right? And from what I could tell, there was only him, another dude, and I believe a lady who was his wife. I'm not really 100% sure. I don't know. I can't, in good conscience, I got shit I got to do too. I'm trying to put my gold in together, and I'm on hold. You know, I waited for basically a week from the time he didn't answer me, you know, until I ordered it was 2 days. And then it took about 6 days for that part to get here. So I'm dead in the water until that comes, because I already had everything broken apart. And basically, you can't do anything. I couldn't do anything that I wanted to do without having that fairing stay. So I had to wait for it. Man, I love the shop. You know, I hope he's successful and making good money. I'm going to continue to try to utilize him as a resource, like I said. But if he's not going to be responsive, but if he's too busy where he can't get to me, then, you know, I'll go online. I think that's a fair trade-off, right? Trying to support local, but if it doesn't work out, then I want to go online like everybody else. Anyway, I'm excited. Haven't met down, well, actually we met down at Shane last week for that event, so, but I haven't been to the River's Edge in a while. That's what we're doing. I'm going to get on the road. I want to listen to some music. I'm enjoying being back on the back of Old Swamp Water so much, that I just kind of want to take that in with some music. We'll see you down there.
Well, it looks like I'm early. Not the first one here. It looks like Shelly's here. So we're just waiting on other people to show up. I'm glad I stopped and got monsters. The most important parts of this motorcycle survived the crash. That is my phone holder and this cup holder. Without those, I'd just be another idiot on a gold wing. Now I'm the prime idiot. My man Jack doesn't carry the name Bueller for no reason. Look at this firebolt. He rolls in here, it's loud as hell, it looks fast as fuck, it looks very small. When you see Jack on it, it looks like a monkey fucking a peanut, but it hauls ass, I bet. This dude had this engine, when I first met Jack and went over to his house for the first time, he had that motor completely apart in his shop. So more involved than I've ever been on any kind of rebuild or whatever. So I'm excited to see how well this thing does on the road. I'm sure he's going to take off to show off at some point. It may even break down. So
there's more chance of it breaking down than there is for me showing off.
Looks like a pretty small gathering for today's outing to the River's Edge. And by small, I mean Shelly.
Here I am.
All right, boys. Small crew. I like that. Sometimes when there's too many people, it takes away a little bit of the fun because you're trying to keep track of all the people. My man Q up here, they as hell on Instagram, brought his daughter, got a neat little backpack to keep her strapped in to him. I think that's pretty damn cool. I know my boy Tom Rooney used to do that with his daughter. Look at all these fellas out here on their road glides. Oh man, it feels good to get a little breeze going. The bad thing about August in Florida is August in Florida. It's so fucking hot. I mean, it's hot all summer, but August and September specifically do not have any breeze. Like, we ran out of breeze somewhere in July. Every year, August and September is just so still out. And you end up with this greasy, nasty sheen, this layer of Florida all over your nasty body. And it's like, now that we're out, it's going to be on there all day. Even if you go in somewhere and get cooled off for a little bit, it's still there. It's just like providing a layer of insulation. It protects you from the outside world. That's why Florida never had any of these things that have been going on over the last 2 years. We were immune to it because of our layer of Florida. We're all gator skin, baby. All of us. I miss this motorcycle a whole lot. My Triumph is the most fun motorcycle I've ever owned. I say that wholeheartedly. Now, the Triumph is definitely in a whole league of its own. I love the motorcycle. It's fun to shoot around town, have a good time, bar hopper if you will. But having it as my only motorcycle, I should feel blessed. I really should feel blessed to have options on motorcycles to begin with. But having that really as my only motorcycle the last 6 weeks has been kind of, like last week, you know, we're out. I knew we were going to be out riding in the heat of the day, but to carry all my camera gear, you know, I've got 3 cameras, I've got extra batteries, you know, a charger, etc. I'm wearing a backpack, and that means just more sweat. Look at me, first world problems, man. I'm still going to bitch about it. Definitely still going to bitch about it. I mean, I guess realistically, I could solve some of that by getting a swing arm bag and maybe a tool roll. I don't think those two take away from the overall look of the bobber. I've thought about putting one of the racks on the rear fender to strap some things down with, but I don't know if I like the rack or not. I do feel like it takes away from the whole bobber style. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like once I do it, the one I like is the one from Moton Customs. Once I do it, I've got holes in my fender, so I gotta be committed to that if I decide to do that one. But a swing arm bag and a tool roll bag up front, that would solve a lot of my problems with not having any storage on the Triumph. There are also some other things I still want to do. I want to put ape hangers on it. I want to put forward control floorboards, but the wife's bike has been taking a lot of priority on buying parts, as I've mentioned in videos recently. And now for this one, I want to get new highway pegs. So this one is kind of road welded on over here on this side. I never really liked these pegs to begin with, and then this is a new to me engine guard. The other peg was completely trashed from the accident, but what a great day. What a great day. It's beautiful out right now, unless you're stopped. Then it's just hot. Let's get on down the road.
We made it without incident, with Jack leading the way. And we went at a pace where it made me think that Jack actually wanted us all to get here at the same time. It was great. But look at this gaggle. Look at this gaggle. Look at Shelly's bike with her giant dent, her ammo cans in lieu of bags. I actually like them. I think we were kind of talking shit about them the other night, but
yeah, just maybe a smidge.
I wasn't really talking that much shit.
Okay.
But I actually like them. Obviously, you got the two-tone wonder here. You got the sticker bombed all to hell Honda. Love that. His Buell he just got running. Just an absolute gaggle of fuckery. Just, yes, I'm here for it all day. Let's get some beverages. All right, welcome back. It's been a couple days since we went out to the river's edge, and good news. Last week we went ahead and pulled the trigger on fenders for my wife's bobber. Everybody's been commenting about it. Yes, it was always on the top of our list, well, middle of the road list. There were so many other things that we wanted to take care of before getting the fenders, but they came in today. So we're going to do our best to install them today. There's a little bit of pre-work required, some drilling, some siliconing, but every motorcycle maintenance starts with lung cancer and liver failure. So that's what we're doing right now before we put these fenders on. We might live to see another day. Let's do it. Okay, so one of the great mysteries of this set is that they took the time to drill out this hole and these holes, but they didn't drill these holes. It's part of the instructions that I got to drill them myself. So don't really understand that piece of it, but it is what it is. They did supply the drill bit. They supplied the hardware for it. What I'll do is I'll put this screw in temporarily. Hold that in place. I guess we'll drill this other side. I hope I'm holding it straight. I could tape it, I guess, to be a little bit more precise, but this is Mike Branch maintenance. So see, it's got this plate that goes on either side. We can tighten those two plates down to each other, and then this piece, I'm going to show you what this piece ends up doing here. This was what ends up mounting to the mount bracket that goes onto the swing arm. So you guys will see that in just a minute. So these guys at Blue Collar Bobbers, which if I haven't mentioned their name before, that's where I got the C kit, this mount kit for the lights, the mount kit for the front lights, and now these fenders. They're pretty smart. The 750 Shadow has these holes in the swing arm for some reason. And they make this plate that goes up underneath there. I'll show you how that works. Okay, I got a lot of the prep work done. Show me the fender. So we got this plate, which I showed you just a minute ago, I had to drill holes in the brand new fender instead of them having to put on. And then on the back here, I had to turn around. I had to silicone this in and then put those bolts in. So it's another one of those things. Maybe they're made for multiple size fenders, and that's why they don't put it in for you. But I don't know if it's marketed as a kit for something this specific fender. I just think they can put that together. That's just my personal opinion on it. Here's what that plate looks like. Also, it started raining on us, like just enough to where it's annoying, not enough to like really get you super wet. This plate is mounted on here. I'm gonna keep it relatively loose for now. I've got to take these bottom shock bolts off. Now on the other side, that's a little bit of a problem because this is not Blue Collar Bobber's mount plate for the thing. It's some other aftermarket one. So we're gonna have to use the same bolt or go get a longer one with the same thread, so that way I feel like that bolt is secure. I'm probably gonna get it all mounted up with the bolt that's already in there now, and then sometime tonight or tomorrow, go get a bolt that's longer for that. I just don't feel comfortable because it's already got the license plate mount on there. I put something else thick on there, it's gonna really reduce the amount of threads that's in there. I'd rather feel safe about it. Let's get back on this one. All right, the good news, one of the things I was concerned about is that the bolt was gonna be too short, as I mentioned, but their included hardware is longer. It takes that into consideration. And of course, they put some kind of fucking jerry-rigged bolt on here, so of course they did. Fucking sons of bitches, man. Yep. Now this is why he said to let that thing cure overnight, because I need to take those bolts out of the fender and mount these in there. All right, good morning, fam. So I had to pause last night a little bit because, let me see if I can, because I needed to silicone these brackets inside of the fenders. I needed to let it cure, both this one and the rear fender. So this is the front one. The instructions say to leave it a little bit loose, so that way you can kind of wiggle it around to get it in place. I'm a man who likes to live dangerously, so we didn't do that. We just tightened her on down. And we're gonna cross our fingers. I'm probably gonna cuss myself for doing that, so let's get on with it and see if we can get this front one on right now. I've determined that I don't like my tool bag. I'm looking for a better solution, because I'm finding that I have to take everything out all the time to get to all my little sockets, so I can figure out and find out. I think maybe I should just get a socket set and then put my wrenches in a smaller bag and do it that way. All right, let's see what we can do here. I think we're gonna go to the middle one and see. If I don't like it, I can always move it. Hey, turns out that's too high. I have found both of my 10mm sockets today. We're living high on the hog, boys. Yeah, baby, there's that front fender. It looks good. It's a little bit bigger than I kind of wanted it to be. I kind of, you know, imagine it being, I don't know, a little bit more cut off, but that'll do. It's actually just a little bit bigger than what's on my Triumph. That'll work. Now to get this bad boy on. So Blue Collar Bobber doesn't send you instructions like paper instructions, but they do direct you often to their videos. And I know it's going to take a little bit of intuition, which is fine, but watching their video, these only have one hole, but in reality they have two holes. So I don't know if I need to set this for the top one or the bottom one. This side over here is kind of difficult to adjust because I've got to get one, or the bolt, this and this all into that same hole. Not a big fan of that, so I don't want to keep taking it out fucking with it, but we're gonna mock it up. I've got one on the lower hole and one on the upper hole, and we're gonna see which side is gonna make the most sense. Okay, so it's definitely gonna be the bottom hole on here of the two. The top one, I can't stretch this up enough. Also, the silicone didn't really sit in there overnight. I'm not gonna leave it here any longer. This is gonna be it. So let's get this on, make sure it's centered, and then we're gonna wrap this project up. All right, there it is, boys. I think it looks fantastic. I think it absolutely looks fantastic. With these bolt-on kits, You leave some things to be desired, like up here, but I don't think it detracts from the overall look and feel of the kit. I really don't. So we're supposed to go riding this evening, which is why I was kind of in a hurry to get this done today, because I didn't want to fuck around with this. Ultimately, I wanted more time for us to ride together, so let's see tonight.
All right, boys, look at this. Oh, look at her up there. It's been 10 days since she's been on the bike. Here we are, two cool Honda dads.
Dads?
Honda mom and dad.
Well, Honda bitches.
Yeah. We're not the Bobber Bros tonight.
No.
We're the hairy Hondas. You guys, look at those fenders on there, man. Those look good as fuck.
Yeah, they do.
So not only did we want those, obviously, to keep the risk of shit stain down to a minimum, but they also look pretty damn stylish. And like she mentioned, I agree, but the bare wheel made the back look like it stuck out a lot farther. These fenders actually help shorten up the profile, which I think really makes it look super sharp, man. I love it. I love it. I would say I'm jealous, but I got my own bobber with a very similar profile, so I'm not jealous. Except hers is really loud, mine's not.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the look of that a lot, man. God.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Next time we have to take the seat off or anything, I'm gonna get some paint for those bare metal spots.
I have paint at home.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is comfy. Hell yeah. You guys, I put so the little highway pegs that I had on these crash bars before were little shorties that I can find them on Amazon for like 40 bucks. I didn't like them, but they worked. Like I had my foot like way up here and I had to angle my foot in. I found these used Kiriakin ones on eBay for $50, including shipping. This is exactly how I want to put my feet when I have them on highway pegs. So fucking perfect. I love it. I don't need gas this time.
Oh, well,
That's fine.
one of these days I won't stall it.
All right, she filled her gas tank up for the first time. Well, she's filled it up before, but she got her gas cap on for the first time, I guess I should say. Boy, you hear that mean-ass motor over here?
I do.
Sounds like a Formula One motor.
Sounds like the Shadow.
Sounds like an actual Shadow. Oh, here's your Florida mountains again.
Here, I'm just gonna go.
Okay, perfect. There you go. Yeah, baby. So we're gonna head down to Ybor. The last time we rode, well, the last time she rode, I should say, was last Sunday, 10 days ago, when we did that group ride. And I was trying to get her to ride with me this past weekend, and she didn't. I didn't do anything wrong whatsoever. No, I fucked up. I went and rode with my friends instead of riding with her. So I'm publicly apologizing to the world. My wife's remedy for always forgetting the turn signal is to simply stop turning it on. So that way.
Hey, I used it twice back there. You didn't even notice. And I turned it off both times,
It's
I'm
not
pretty
off
sure.
right now, so.
Oh, so never mind. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Anyway, so we're gonna head down to Ybor, have a couple of beers. Nothing crazy. Neither one of us want to ride drunk. You know how it is. It's been raining all week. Today, it's Wednesday, August 31st, 6:44 p.m., the year of our Lord, 2022. Hot and shitty today with a chance of rain off the side, as you can see. Actually, that doesn't look like a chance. That looks like a guarantee of rain, just not right here, and I'm okay with that. Mike's weather report brought to you in part by WMBR 1976.5 on your FM dial. By the way, I am working on a logo for that, so when I do the weather report, this whole thing, that wasn't planned. It just kind of started as an accident. I started talking about the weather because that's what people talk about when they're old, and it ended up, I noticed that every fucking video I was talking about the weather, so we came up with WMBR. We actually came up with that on the way to St. Augustine. How is it being back in the saddle?
Good.
Hell yeah. Fucking badass biker bitch.
Takes me a minute or two to get warmed up, but
Hey, just like the bike.
Yeah.
Both of you are
Like,
old.
we're both old. I was just kidding.
Yeah, that could have gone either way. If you would have got pissed off, you'd have played along. Thankfully, I know you a little better than that. Okay, so we have everything done that we want to do for the bike in terms of function. And now she's going to start working on some beautification stuff. I do want to wrap her exhaust because for the beautification stuff, I think I'm going to be pretty much hands off and let her do whatever the hell she wants to do with it. If she asks me for help, I'll see what I can do. But clearly, by looking at this Goldwing, you guys can gauge my level of expertise in beautification projects.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want your help.
Yeah. In other words, I've pretty much met my peak performance by putting together this beautiful, multicolor, award-winning champion. You guys see what I put up with? Some of you guys out there say things like, "How did you end up with a girl like her?" Well, when she has the opportunity to marry a punching bag, why not? As far as Goldwing,
Oh.
lightning.
Damn.
Yeah, that's on the edge of that cell. I hope we get to Florida. As far as Goldwing updates go, so I've got little parts here and there. So my light bulbs for the dash did come in. My other mounting hardware for the little slide trays, that also came in. So I'm going to probably do that this weekend. The biggest pain in the ass is that the mounting hardware for this dash is also the mounting hardware for the mirrors, which is under that rubber piece, which doesn't really come off. So, like, I'm getting all these nice parts for them for beautification efforts, but I have no intention of painting it. It's like, is there a point to that? I don't know if there's a point to that or not. We're about to hit the tall mountain peaks of Tampa, Florida up here. I'm going to turn the cameras off. I'm going to enjoy the company of my beautiful bride. And we'll see you down at Ybor.
So obviously the bike's not going to feel any different with the fenders on, but what do you think?
I like it. I
Like the fenders?
Yeah, I love the way it looks.
Look sharp. And no shit stains.
I mean, I ran through a little tunnel.
Yeah, she ran through the ocean to get to here.
Yeah.
Scared all the Ybor cocks away. So we are at the Dirty Shame, as you can tell. Nice little car and truck bar in Ybor City. So there's not a single other motorcycle here that I've seen. Not boding well. Things are a changing. Let's go get beers and get fucked up. All right, that is going to wrap this one up. I actually had some more stuff recorded, but we're getting close to that 30-minute mark, which I really don't like going that far over. Got some Goldwing maintenance. Got another ride with the wife that we just did today. I'm going to put those in the next video. It'll be like the ongoing saga of maintenance. I feel like that's what this channel is anyway. I know, I appreciate you coming along. The wife is really happy with those fenders. I'm real happy I got the Goldwing up and running. It was so nice to be able to ride the Goldwing in this video. And yeah, appreciate you coming along as always. And until next time, we'll see you later.